keypad discussion. Now we know that there are a different matrix keypad is available in the market. Out of that we are just see here 4x4 matrix keypad. 4x4 means there are 16 keys are there, that is from 0 to F. And in 4x4 matrix there are 4 rows and 4 columns. Okay, next, this is the actual picture of the keypad. Here you can place 16 keys. You can place any key anywhere as per your choice. Okay, you can write here 0 1 2 3, either 0 1 2 3 like this, otherwise 1 2 3, whatever you want you can place, and whatever you pressed at particular location, just key code of that just keep in a lookup table. Okay, it means suppose you are using this keypad, the first row first column key is 1, first row second column key is 2, first row third column key code is 3, and first row fourth column key code is A. In this fashion, whatever key you are connected, according to that its key code just keep in the lookup table. We know that key logic. In key logic there is the row along with columns. Initially they are isolated from each other. Okay, means when key is not pressed they are isolated from each other. Okay, and when you press the key, the column and row get connected. Okay, means it is connected with the help of key, means it is short circuited. Now keypad matrix working, we are split that working in 3 parts. That is verification of keypad, that is first part. Next part is key detection process, and third part is key identification process. Now one by one we will see all these parts. First part is verification of keypad. Verification of keypad means we will just see our keypad is in running condition or not, or our keypad is faulty. Okay, to verify that keypad, microcontroller will first ground all rows, means to all rows it will send 0, means 4 zeros are provided to that all rows. Then read the column. Okay, this part is done by the microcontroller. After once it read the column, and suppose all column status is all ones, which indicate that no key get pressed, means all keys are in a release form, means our keypad is in working condition. Suppose one of the key from keypad is faulty, in that case we are not getting all ones here. One of the key is pressed and that time one of the column become 0, means all column status is not all ones, and that's why according to that we are just verifying keypad status. Okay, that is our first part. Now this is your 4x4 keypad, where this is before pressing any key, all column status are all 1. Suppose one of the key get pressed, one of the column become 0. Okay, now here all keys are in release form, and that's why all column status is all 1. Okay, this is input and this is output. Microcontroller outputted all rows as a 0 0 to verify all column status. Okay, and here column status is all 1, and that's why we declared that all keys are in a release form, means our keypad is in working condition. Next task is key detection process. In key detection process we are again checking sending here all zeros on all rows. Then we are just checking all columns, means we are taking input from all columns, and suppose your column status is not 0, declare that one of the key get pressed. Okay, in this case, for example, this key get pressed, in that case column 2 it become 0, because this 0 is short circuited to column, and that's why column status become 0, and that's why column status become 1 0 1 1, which indicate that one key from C2 column get pressed. Okay, once you are getting this status, you declare that one key from C2 column get pressed. And once this process is over, we are going for the third part, that is identification of key. Now you just declare that one key from C2 get pressed. Okay, and now next task is identification of key. Now how to do that identification? For that, start from the top row. Microcontroller will ground it by sending it 0 on that respective row. For example, row 1. Okay, means controller will send 0 to row 1 only. Means all other rows are 1 1 1. Agree? Means just now out of 16 we are just verifying that key where pressed key is from row 1 or not, and that's why we are just providing a low signal to row 1 only, and all other rows are 1 1 1. Agree for this? Once means out, we are not verifying all 16 key at a time, we are just verifying that pressed key is from row 1 or not, and that's why we are just outputting 0 to particular row, that is row 1. Then check the column status. Means check the column status means read the column status. All are 1. Suppose all are 1, that time declare that the press key is not from row 1. Then continue for next row. Means now provide 0 to row number 2 only. Okay, means you are sending 0 to row 2 and all other row are 1 1 1. Means now we are want to verify the press key is from second row or not. Okay, again read the status, read the column status. Suppose column status is all 1, then just declare that no key from second row get pressed. Then do for the third row, then do for fourth row, and after fourth row again go back to the first row. In this fashion controller will continuously scan one by one row, and okay, and once row get identified, then it will just do the next task, that is column detection. Okay, means for example, suppose one of a key get pressed from row 2, that time what is the next task? Now you got the row number, that is row 2. Then next task is what? To find out, now you declare that row 2 is fixed, but in row 2 again there are how many keys? 4 keys. Now out of 4 keys we want to find out exact key, exact one key which get pressed. Okay, and for that what my controller what is the role of controller? Then rotate the column bit. Okay, and one by one bit at a time, and one bit pass to the carry flag, and just check the carry status. Suppose carry status is 1, declare that that column is not 0, means key is not from that column. Again again rotate the next bit to the carry, just check it is 0 or not 0. Suppose it is non-zero, declare that that key is not from the second column. Then pass third bit into the carry, just check it is 0 or not. Suppose it is 0, then declare that third column key is from third column. Already we declared the row number here, row 2, and you declare calculate here the column number also, that is column 3. Now according to the column number and row number, just take the key code from the lookup table. Already we constructed the lookup table as per the structure of keypad, because as per everybody choice they are placing any key anywhere. Okay, either horizontal way, otherwise vertical way. Whatever structure is there, just keep your lookup table as per the physical structure of keypad. Okay, and now once your row and column get identified, take the key code from the lookup table and pass to display. Means you are just displaying the which key get pressed through keypad. Okay, and for that we are just following this one flow chart, and I will just now, already I discussed the process, now I will discuss the algorithm. Okay, and then one by one we will write the code, and then we have summarized whole code and dump on a Proteus software. Okay, now first we will discuss now flowchart. In flowchart, what is the first step? keypad verification. Yes, and that's why first initially start. Then for verification of the keypad, we are making all rows 0. Yes, means ground all rows. Then read all columns. Then just check all keys are open or no. Suppose any key is pressed, all keys are open, then proceed. Then declare that your keypad is okay. And suppose all keys are not open, so one of the key is pressed, then just declare that it is faulty and don't go for the next process. Okay. Now your keypad is okay, then you are proceeding next. Means you are coming back here. Then you read all columns. Now your keypad is okay, your monitor is okay, and your controller is also okay, but customer is not press the key. Means it will continuously remain infinitely. Okay, read all columns. Any key is pressed? No, then continuously read that task. Okay, and suppose any key is down, then just check it is the valid key or it is because of the noise or because of supply fluctuation, and that's why we are waiting for 20 milliseconds. Means this is a debouncing time for key. Okay, once after 20 milliseconds, again we are reading the column, and again just check that particular key is down. Yes, then only declare that it is valid key, otherwise just declare it is because of the supply fluctuation or because of the noise level, the voltage gate become 0. Yes, and once it is remain continuously 0, then declare that it is valid key get detected or pressed. Okay, means second step is over. Now we are going for third step. In the third step, what is the third step? Third step is a identification of key. Now we just know that one of the key get pressed. Out of 16, one key get pressed, that we just identified, detected. Okay, now our role is to identify which out of 16 which key get pressed, and for that first we want to find out that key is from which row. Okay, and for that what is the role of microcontroller? Ground one by one rows, and just check any key get pressed or not. Means it will do ground the first row, check, second row, check, third row, check, fourth row, check. In this fashion continuously it will ground one by one all rows, and just check any key get pressed from that row or not. Once you are getting that, find column number and row number of the key pressed. Then just take the key code from the lookup table and return, or means controller will take that data and pass to display. Okay, this is the, I again repeated the same step in the flowchart form. Now actual problem statement which we want to conduct during practical duration. Okay, now this practical, now I am giving explanation. Okay, my problem statement is write an ALP, that is assembly language program, to interface hexadecimal keypad to 8051 microcontroller and display press key on LCD display or 7-segment display. Okay, now I am using here 7-segment display because it is more easy. Now we know that in hexadecimal keypad it is 4x4 matrix, means there are 4 rows and 4 columns. Now I want row are connected to port number 1, that is P1.0 to P1.3. These are 4 pins to which 4 rows are connected, and we know that rows are in a output direction. Next one is column are connected to port number 2, that is port 2.0 and up to 2.3. These are 4 pins, and to these 4 pins 4 columns are connected, and these columns are in input direction. Okay, and one more output device you with the help of these 2 port you are connecting keypad, 4 rows and 4 columns, and that is your input device. Okay, now next one is you want to output the data on output device, and I am using here 7-segment display. Okay, and that's why I am using one more port for connecting the 7-segment display, and that port is P0. Just remember this properly, because with the help of this only you are just writing the code. Okay, P1 for row, P2 for column, and P0 for 7 segment display. Okay, now one by one, as per the steps, we will first give the explanation, then code. Okay, first is verification of keypad. Now what is the role, how to verify the keypad? For that, microcontroller will ground all rows by sending 0 and read the column status. Yes, now if column status is all 1, declare that no key is pressed form, means all keys are in a release form. Yes, this is our first step. Now according to this, I will write the code. First 3 steps that you know, we are starting from the scratch pad, and that's why sjump to main label, and main program is written on a scratch pad because we are starting from 0030H. Then declare the ports. Okay, now P2 ports we are connecting the column, and column must be in input direction, and that's why we are declaring 0FF. 1, when you are sending 1, it's become input direction. Just write down 1 means input direction and 0 means output direction. When you are assigning the direction, because ports are bidirectional, you can treat as input port as well as output port. Okay, that's why when you must declare initially or configure the port as per your choice. Either you want to declare as input direction or output direction, because port are not unidirectional, it is a bidirectional. You can assign it input direction or output direction as per your application point of view. Now my requirement is I want to connect column to P2 port, and that's why column must be in input direction, and that's why P2 I want in input direction, and that's why I am placing here all ones, and that is nothing but your FF, means all pins of P2 are in input direction now. Okay, now next P1 port. What we want in P1 port, that is we want to connect the row there. Okay, and row must be in output direction, and that's why I'm placing 0. 1 means input and 0 means output, and that's why I'm placing 0 0 in P1 port. According to this, P1 port become in output direction. This is a GPIO, that is general purpose input output port, but just now it is working in a output direction only as per your program. Okay, now once this part is over, what is the next task? Read the column. Yes, read the column. Column is connected to whom? Which port? That is P2 port. Means read P2. Read means the data taken from P2 into accumulator. Okay, now once you are taking the data from P2 into accumulator, you are getting 8-bit data. Okay, in accumulator, but we are not interested in all 8 bits. We are interested only 4 bits, means we are interested in lower nibble only. Okay, we are not interested in upper nibble, and that's why upper nibble is ANDed with 0. ANL is nothing but AND instruction. Suppose any number is ANDed with 0, what is the output? Suppose any number AND with 0, output is 0. Either koi bhi number ho upper nibble, that get cancelled, because the upper nibble is ANDing with 0 0 0 0, and that's why we want to mask the upper nibble, because we are just interested in lower nibble. We don't want the upper nibble, and that's why we want to mask that upper nibble, and that's why we are ANDing with 0. And what about lower nibble? We are interested. Suppose any number is AND with 1, then same number is coming out. Yes, then that's why whatever lower nibble in accumulator is remain as it is, because it is ANDed with 1, and lower nibble remain as it is. And what about upper nibble? It will become 0, because it had ANDed with 0. In this fashion, with the help of this instruction, we are just masking the upper nibble, because we are interested in lower nibble only. We don't want to think about upper nibble. That's why we want to mask it, and that's why we are ANDing with 0, all zeros. Okay, that's why we are just writing this instruction 4 zeros and 4 1F, means upper lower nibble remain as it is. Okay, then next instruction we are just checking that jump. First compare accumulator with this number, that is 4041B. So means we are just interested to check all these number lower nibble is 1 1 or not. Suppose all are 1 1 1, means it is, suppose it is not equal, it is not equal to all ones, means it having some other value than all ones. That time just go back and declare that your keypad is not working, means one of the key is pressed form. Agree for this? Just give me reply on chat first, then I will proceed for next. Be fast. Agree? Okay, good. Very good. Now next task, first part is over, keypad is okay. Now next task is what? Key detection process. Key detection process में to see any key is pressed or not, we are just reading the column continuously till one of the column become 0. Yes, and means if one of the column is 0, this means that one of the key get pressed. But suppose your one of the column get 0, don't declare directly it is valid key. Just wait for how much time? 20 milliseconds. Okay, after up to 20 milliseconds, suppose that it's become again 1, just declare it is because of a supply fluctuation the variation occur, means one of the column become 0, and after 20 milliseconds the column remain 0 only, then declare it is valid key. Okay, now according to this I just converted this algorithm step into the code. Now just see here, give a delay, call a delay, then read the columns is from P2 port, take into the accumulator, then and with 0 0 0 0 1 1 1 1, because we are not interested in upper nibble, that's why we mask the upper nibble. Okay, and we are just interested in lower nibble, and that's why it is ended with all ones, and means it remain as it is. Okay, once this ending operation is over, then just verify, compare accumulator data with this number, that is all 4 zeros 41B. Suppose it means that all columns are 1 1 1. It's suppose it is not equal, then go ahead, otherwise remain here only, or remain in the loop. Okay, once it is over, then go to J1. Here give the delay of 20 milliseconds. Again read the date, read the column. Okay, read the column again, and with 0FH or 4041B. You can represent this in a hex as a 0FH, and you are representing as a 00001111B in binary. Okay, now means you are masking the upper nibble, we are just keeping lower nibble as it is. Then again check, is it equal to this 0F or not? Suppose it is not equal, declare that, if suppose it is not equal, means what? One of the key get pressed, one of the column become 0. Suppose all are 1, means what? All keys are in all columns having not pressed, no keys get pressed. Yes, and suppose it is any one of the column becomes 0, then declare jump to where? Suppose it is not equal, jump to next. Means we are just detected the key. After 20 milliseconds, we are detected that one of valid key get pressed. Now third task start. Third task is what? Key detection process. In how the key detection is done? For that, start from the top row. Controller will ground first row, that is row 1 only. Means row 1 is 0 and all other row are 1. One by one it scan the row. That's why it will just scan first row, and that's why it sent 1 there. Okay, then read the column. if the data is all 1, then no key from that row get pressed. Then controller will scan next row. Now how to scan the next row? It will make now R2 0, second row 0, all other are 1. Again read the column, just check all columns are 1 or not. Suppose all are 1, just scan the third row. In this fashion it will scan one by one row from row number 1 to row number 4, and from 4 to again 1, and it will remain in a loop. Means continuously controller job is to scan one by one row to identify the row number. And once your row, this part I will first convert into the code. That is one by one scanning of the row. Now row is connected to which port? P1 port. Now I am just giving which data to the P1 port, that is 1 1 4 1, then 3 1 and 0. It means that last row is 0, means topmost row is 0. Yes, and all other rows are 1 1 1. In this upper nibble we are not considering, because we are having only 4 rows. Suppose you have 8 by 8 matrix, you can utilize all 8 bits, but just now we have 4 by 4 matrix, and that's why I am just using 4 bits, and upper 4 bits we are not using, and that's why it is unused. And that's why now I am sending data 1 1 1 0, means 0th row or first row is 0. Then read the column is from P2 port, is taken into accumulator, then ended with 0FH, that is upper nibble we want to mask. We are just interested in a lower nibble. Then again verify, it is all columns are 1. Suppose all columns are 1, then just go for next, and suppose it is not equal to this, what it indicates? Key is from this particular row. Yes, suppose that status is it is not equal to this number, means one of the column is 0. In that case these are not equal. Yes, in that case you just declare that key is from row 1 and jump to this label row 1. And suppose that is not there, then suppose all are matched, it is not equal, it is equal, then jump to the next, means you want to scan the second row, and and that's why I am making here data 1 1 0 1, means second row is 0, all other rows are 1 1. Again read the column, again and with 0FH, because I want to mask the upper nibble. Then just check, compare accumulator with this number. Suppose they are not equal. Not equal means this this column is not all ones, means what it indicates? Column get means one of the key from this row to get identified. Yes, and suppose it is not, you are jump for the next third. You want to scan now third row. Now we are just giving the data, that is to P1 port, what data? 1 0 1 1, means third row become 0 except other rows. Now read the column, again and with 0F, then just check your answer is matched or not. Suppose it is equal to this number, what it indicates? Equal to this number means that is no key from this column from this row get pressed. And suppose it is not equal to this number, means what? One of the bit is 0 here, means key is from this row only, then jump to row 3 label. Now suppose this is equal to all ones, means no key from this row, then it will jump to, we want to scan the next row, and that's why controller will send number 0 1 1 1B. Then read the data, then and with 0FH, then just check it is equal or not. Suppose it is not equal, means one of the column become 0, and that time jump to row 4. Otherwise jump back 2, means again coming back to the same thing, and repeat the scanning one by one row. Okay, now you identify the row number now. Yes, either it is from row 1, row 2, row 3 or row 4. All of you agree up to this point? All of you agree up to this point? Just give me reply. Be fast. Okay, understood. Good. Very good. Now I will explain next part. Next part is, now you identify the row number. Now what is the next thing? We want to find out column number, and for that, once row number is identified, next task is rotate the column bit. Okay, one by one bit send into the carry flag, and just check the carry status. Suppose carry become low, indicate that respective column get identified. Suppose your carry become 1, which indicate that that key is not from that column. Okay, and suppose carry become 0, what it indicates? The key is from that column only. Means already you identified the row number here, then you are identifying a column number here. Now with the help of this row number and column number, take the key code from the lookup table and pass to display. Now according to this step, I will just convert this step into the code now. Now once you are getting row 1, means identified the key from row 1, then I will just place the dptr is the pointer. I am just placing pointer to the first label and jump to find. अभी मैंने find out किया है key is from row 1, means out of 16 I am just identify the 4 keys, one of the key from first row. Okay, and on first row there are only 4 keys, means out of 16 we are coming to the 4th key. Okay, now from 4 key we want to find out one of the specific key, and that's why I will s jump to find. Okay, now what is a find? Just we will see that first. In find we want to find out the column number, and that's why rotate through carry accumulator, rotate right through carry accumulator. Okay, one by one continuously rotate it and just check it is carry is 1 or 0. Suppose if there is no carry, means the column get identified. Agree? When carry is not there, what it indicates? This value is 0. No carry is there, means carry is 1. No carry means carry status is 0, which indicate that you are getting the match number. Okay, then you will jump to this label match. Here first clear the accumulator, then move C a comma at a plus dptr. Now dptr is pointing the lookup table. Okay, now whatever dptr plus accumulator, here accumulator is clear, accumulator means 0 plus dptr, whatever shown by dptr, and here we are showing what? Dptr pointing first label. Okay, now means data from first label is coming into the accumulator. Now what is inside that first, that we will see. First having this data, that is 0, first number is 0, first row first column now data is 0, first row second column data is 1, first row second column, first row third column data is 2, first row fourth column data is 3. Okay, means it will just take particular data and pass to okay, take the data in accumulator, and accumulator data pass to P2 port. Now what is connected to P2 port? That is 7 segment display. Okay, 7 segment data 7 segment display, the data pass to the 7 segment display, and it will display on that segment. Okay, and then L jump back 1, means go to the original position. Okay, in this fashion Every time when row get identified, the pointer is attached to first label, second label, third label or fourth label, means as per the row number, means it will jump here first, second, third, fourth respective row number. और column identify करने के लिए we are just going for which subroutine, find rotate through carry accumulator. Suppose it is no carry, then jump to match, and in match you are taking the data from lookup table into accumulator, and whatever data in accumulator pass to the P2 port, and P2 port is connected to 7 segment display, means actual key pressed key data display on a 7 segment. Agree for this code? Agree for this code? Software, and then I will go back to this location again. For Proteus software, open design, in 7 segment. I am just taken this. This is one of the application of 7 segment. This is your keypad. Keypad is connected. Now the keypad which is available in Proteus, that is a 4x3 matrix, 4 rows and 3 columns. Okay, and these are the keypad status. Okay, then double click on this. Then the path is MA final keypad H1 hex. Okay, then play that. Now just see here, initially all is 0, all are 1 1 1. After that it's become 0 1 0 1, means color get changed, blue red, means it now starts scanning row. Okay, then we are just once start scanning, just press one of the key and that key will display on a 7 segment. For example, suppose I pressed first row first column, key code is 1, it will display on the 7 segment. Suppose I pressed a second row second column, key code is 5. Suppose I pressed third row third row second column, key code is 8. After that I press 1 or 3, whatever number, means here number is 3, then 5, again 1, whatever number you have pressed you displayed here. In this 7 segment this is keypad, and we are connect output observe on a 7 segment. Yes, but 7 segment just display number from 0 to 9 only, 0 to 9 only, and letters from A to F. There is no symbol like a star and a hash, and that's why instead of this I am just keeping the key code of A and key code of F here. Agree for this? Agree for this? Yes, just give me reply. Just give me reply.